For decades, the global IT services market relied on the human scale of the Indian workforce. This ecosystem now employs over 6 million people, generating roughly 7.5% of India's national GDP. But that growth was built on a specific type of output: business process management and routine cognitive tasks. Millions of these jobs are dedicated to writing standardized code and managing repetitive data workflows. This means India's primary economic engine is powered by the exact white-collar tasks that generative AI can now perform at a fraction of the cost. Data from the World Bank and the IMF suggests that unlike previous waves of automation, AI directly targets non-routine service jobs, the high-skill roles previously thought to be immune to displacement. This chart tracks the downside risk. India's tech services headcount is projected to drop from 7.5 million to 6 million by 2031. In the broader formal sector, over 60% of jobs are now susceptible to automation. If the primary export of an economy is human cognitive labor, and that labor is commoditized by software, the country faces a significant demographic challenge. The government's response is the $1.25 billion India AI mission, an attempt to secure the raw physical computing power required to compete in the next decade. This grid illustrates the scale-up of India's subsidized GPU capacity. From an initial target of 10,000 nodes, the mission has already expanded to over 38,000. This compute capacity is routed directly to domestic startups, researchers, and educational institutions. The goal is to move India from providing AI services to developing AI products, creating sovereign foundation models tailored specifically for the Indian market. By treating compute as a national utility, the government is attempting to accelerate domestic capabilities faster than the market can displace its workforce. But physical infrastructure is only half of the strategy. The other half is a complete overhaul of the legal environment. The India AI Governance Guidelines establish a principle-based framework known as the Seven Sutras. Crucially, this framework officially prioritizes innovation over restraint. This regulatory shift is backed by the new labor codes, which consolidated 29 separate central laws into a single modernized framework. These codes allow tech companies to be more agile. For example, they raise the threshold for requiring government approval for layoffs from 100 to 300 employees, while simultaneously extending Social Security to gig and platform workers. By combining subsidized hardware with more flexible labor rules, the government is trying to create an environment where companies can restructure their workflows to integrate AI without being held back by legacy regulations. This transition has created an immediate talent gap. The demand for highly skilled AI professionals is projected to reach 1.25 million by 2027. The market is currently shifting toward roles like AI DevOps engineers, prompt engineers, and specialists in AI governance and cybersecurity. This shift changes the fundamental role of the IT worker. Instead of executing manual workflows, they are becoming overseers and validators who manage multiple AI agents. This requires a compressed nationwide effort to upskill millions of workers to meet the technical requirements of this new oversight-based economy. Despite the scale of this churn, projections from the Reserve Bank of India suggest that the net impact on total employment will remain positive. India is attempting to repeat its historical success. Just as it dominated the era of business process outsourcing, it is now positioning its workforce to manage the production of AI at scale. Success in this new market is no longer defined by the ability to perform routine tasks, but by the ability to orchestrate the systems that automate them. By sensitizing hardware, revising labor laws, and pushing for mass upskilling, India is testing a strategy to remain a central player in the global technology sector as it moves toward full automation.